So I thought I'd read you what I think this was Saturday. I had purchased two, loose tea holders, that metal things you put in, and I'd used each of them one time and put them away. Haven't been able to find them. Been over a month. And I finally had to say to my daughter, if you find them, let me know because I don't know where they are. And then I went, often that happens to me. And if I ask my team, did you guys take them? They'll say, yes, we did, because we have a message for you. And I haven't even thought to ask that. And I think there's only once they said, no, that's on you. You've just mind slipped. So that asking about those tea holders brought me to this information. So you never know what the message might be or how you're going to be called. They said there are those that are part of new opportunities brought forward by our workshop on May 7th. I said, how many beings are involved? They said 200. I said, are there new collectives? They said, yes, those 200 are within 4 collectives, and all are involved there. They're already in place, but they're not activated yet. There is a stronger network of collaboration possible because of who you are working with, this group. So we can strengthen the network of collaboration with the help of what we're doing as Portal Stargate. The 4 new collectives are all carrying the strength, authority, clarity, and commitment to the female mission. Now realize the female mission is to eliminate outsiders and birth the new world, both. So their commitment is that. To keep the energy of home harmonics secured, flowing, as emerging visions will bear fruit more quickly. Safeguarding. The portals and stargates will bring those visions through more quickly, clearly, and magnificently than ever before. So that's what I was told. So here we've been given this field. I'm going to use a field like on Earth, and you've inherited this garden, this field, and you see that there are some plants that are invasive that you do not want in your garden. And you see them, and you do what you need to do. You use your tools to get rid of them. And some of them are very invasive, very networked with roots and bulbs. I found those over the weekend. And it takes many, many seasons of pulling them out, pulling them out, pulling them out. And there are some in your garden that haven't yet flowered, haven't put up that little green seed yet, you see? So that's the kind of garden we're in, this life. So remember the beginning of the workshop on Thursday, I had you make a list of what's not okay. That's equal to the plants that are growing in this field that are already growing at different levels of experience, but and you made a list of them, right? But what we are asked to do is to hold a space, a presence, a pillar, a portal, and a stargate. And so you have been invited in to be that guardian of that space or that field, which includes your life, but includes other parts of the world and life web also. And part of that is to keep that field clean, to keep it cleared. Tara had a whole bunch come up over the weekend. Some of you had a few. Others just look the new plants already starting. But the new plants are not all that's going to be growing in this field. So not only are we going to be able to infuse those new plants in new ways, but we also have to be aware of the field of the weeds that are still there. the invasive species that is still there. And we get a process. So what I'm going to take you through is a shortened process of that clearing the field so that you could do it regularly. You could do it. So I'm going to do that 3 times a week, for example, or twice a week. You can be proactive and have your team identify those seeds that they can feel the vibrations, because we've asked that the PTO team increase their sensitivity so that it's not just the vibrations of what we will call outsider or evil, but the vibration of the original intent, which may be lying very quietly way out there in the field beyond us. Identify the intent energy, the agenda, the code energy, in addition to the radiation extension energy. So we've asked that the PTO become more sensitive to a larger spectrum of frequencies so that we can and whatever fits your routine or your call to, you can do this process and call for those that are hidden and may take a month or 2 to come up, but we don't want to have them come up at all. So if just in your place, get your notebook. We're going to have the same kind of trust your numbers. If you want to write down any that you're aware of that you've either experienced or are experiencing, just 2 or 3 or 4, like we did. What's in your field or awareness? I'm not going to have that. Write them down.
Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah. You can make just a short list of anything you're in your awareness, present, past, or genetic, that's uncomfortable, discomfort you don't want in your life. And they are going to be the surrogates for others. This is not an exclusive list. This is a list for any like that that the PTO can identify. And just circle it like we did before. And then you're just going to call in the evaluator team. Our evaluators, we team, your group with a we team evaluators, and ask the question, how many points of imbalance, the word can be whatever you want there, trauma imbalance, but it's a pretty broad meaning, have been activated or are there available to be cleared? Not just activated, others that could be cleared. How many points are activated or can be cleared at this time? And write down the number. And once you have that number, what percentage are either of outsider origin, intention, or presence? What percentage is outsider energies, any kind? Write the percentage down. Once you know the percentage, it is not acceptable. Sophia, staff in the ground, sword in the sky, PTO, deep 6, move all those energies to the ACT platform for abort and extinction. Note the remaining percentage. So if there was 80% outsider, then the remaining is 20%. You're going to ask, of that 20%, 30% remaining is now 100% of what's remaining. What percentage is in the earth body? What percentage is in the earth body? Just get a percentage. Remember, these are toxins that's been in Gaia that is now within our bodies because the toxins don't end just because we use them for our bodies. They've also moved into our bodies as contaminated element. And that contaminated element needs to be removed from us also in order for Gaia to remove it. So when you get that percentage, activate Gaia's, and she's just now calling it her dragon protocol for removal of those energies into her system to restore her original beauty. Just call in the dragon protocol with Gaia. Clearing, they will do the clearing and then secure and stabilize the elements. That's your earth body. Now, what about your soul's life force? That is from home through divine family to your breath on the planet. That's your soul's life body. What percentage then? If the earth body was 100%, this is a mute point. But let's say your earth body was 50%. Now you have 50% left. What of that is in your soul's life body? Get that number. You have the number, then call in all of the tag galactic teams, the collectives, and the specific teams for various types of injury to the energies. So it may be weaponized, it may be trauma, it may be devised. You don't have to worry about that right now. Just the various teams, bring them in and activate what we call the ascension protocol to lift all of that energy into triage and support that energy of you until it becomes celebratory light. Whatever percentage is left, that percentage in my greater field of life, that means that greater field beyond you, beyond the divine families, into Laniakea, is the remaining percentage then in my greater field of life. And it may be or maybe not. You might not have any there, but you might have a lot more there. When you get the percentage number, then activate Deep Six and the tag galactic process of Rian to wholeness. Clearing that layer of your life force. Each of those layers of your life First of all, we eliminate, ask that outsider energy be removed from it all in in the specifics that they've put in your contained field. Now, each of those fields, Gaia's body, your soul life field, and the greater field of life, are handled uniquely by specific teams. That's why we break them apart. We have the different protocols for all of them. So once that's done, now you are the conscious female star soul. Just affirm a reality declaration, and it might be a reality declaration that claims what you are bringing to this moment. I am a presence and portal of stability. I am a presence and portal of clear, grounded, and vetted soul presence. I am a portal and presence of authenticity. You see, write your statement, whatever it is. It can be different than what you spoke initially. So read your statement, think your statement. I'll do the reality shift. Move up my consciousness, speaking for each of us, my consciousness into this greater expression I have declared, along with all those I'm connected to in love. PTO, tag matrix, activate deep six and deep healing on any energies contrary to that which I've chosen and declared. Grace, I ask you in your collective to clear all magnetic regions, those I know of, those I don't know of, all magnetic regions of any storage contrary to the energies that would bring and hold and skill this declared experience for myself and all I'm connected to in love. Higher self and causal team, my tech team, create the codes for the highest expression of my declared experience for myself and all I'm connected to in love, and download the energy of those codes down through the midline of my body, educating my power centers of that possibility, taking it down to present to Gaia. And in that conversation, is there adjustment she would suggest, expansion she would suggest, and when by yourself you get a yes and a permission given, give thanks to Gaia. As Chris would say, leave offerings with her, give blessings with her, and bring your awareness, your consciousness back to the tech team with permission to create your software program, all of the formulas, and download it into your hard drive for this lifetime in the energetic field for this lifetime's experiences. Giving gratitude for all who are working and helping and guiding you in this process. And when you're ready, we're going to do either a standing brain balance or a cook's hookup on your declaration. So when you're ready, you can do that. I'm going to do a stand up just because I don't do it very often now. Grace is here. And I want to say to you that where we are inviting you to begin is to be guardians of your own presence, portal, Stargate. And that because you're in a toxic environment, it might be twice a weekly, daily, being aware of burning sage, smudge, whatever, guard your energies. You've been doing it extremely well with a great golden cocoon, etc. But this is kind of a step up. So there's more sensitive energies that need to be eliminated, and also new energies that are going to be coming in. So on your part, that's what we're inviting you to do, is to create time to safeguard your portal into the Stargate. You are Stargate. The Stargate isn't somewhere else. You are it. Now, the first thing that we had envisioned is here. Imagine yourself, this is the circle of the world, and there are light beings all over different places on the planet representing new ideas emerging, new projects emerging, women standing up, and mostly women, but we're not exclusively women. We are guardians, which also means guardians if it's a men value project. So our first proposal is this, that you set up a time that you're committed to be in that presence, in that portal, in the Stargate energy. And that the energy of all possibilities, because that's where we are in our ultimate. We are all possibilities, all magnificence, all genius, all safety, right? And I think we mentioned on Thursday, not all females in souls in female bodysuits have time to learn and catch up and do the work to stand in a firmness that they can feel because you send it to them. And how do you do that? Is by intention. By you're prepared, you're the master of energy, portal, Stargate, bringing energy in. And this energy is building the new energy. Collapsing's going on, and will continue. Craziness going on, and it will continue. Bringing in the new energy, the Stargate, moving that from one dimension to this dimension, the clarity of our divine family and home to this dimension. And then in your mind, if you see you are the octopus, you are the octopus. Your tentacles go out, and those collectives that you now have said, yes, I'm interested to, can help connect you to where your unique way of speaking energy. And when I say speak energy, I don't mean necessarily speaking with words, but you are coloring the energy that's coming in because of who you are. So your vibration of Sophia, for example, will be unique. It will all be Sophia. It will all be, here's the sword, here's the staff, you own it, we're here with you. That can be fed through this network to wherever those four collectives see you would be most powerfully used. Maybe used isn't the right word, but you know what I'm saying? So that's the first step here. After knowing, safeguarding your space, your energy, being willing to clear periodically, and this short protocol has all condensed within it a lot of healings and protocols that we don't have to, name. Your team's got it. You can go through it in a very short period of time, whenever you feel to keep your present, your portal, and your Stargate clear of any other energies. And toxins will come up, clear them out. And then you're ready to breathe and feel Stargate energy, those 4 collectives added to it, and just intentionally out there into the world and magnify your frequency. It's not just one. You can be like million. I'm a million right here. And I am going to strengthen and impact all of the new that is showing up. And you don't have to even know all that they are. Those that you know, of course, you'll have them in your field, but they'll be way beyond that. You see? And the idea of that financial, what do you want to, where do you want to support? Just even a little bit in that financial is part of it. It's part of the physical, but the bigger picture is what you can do as an energy being. That's where we're going to start. Now, we're going to be doing it all the time because that's who we are in these fields. And you can be doing it all the time. You can set it up like it's going all the time and you energize it periodically. You can choose. Add to it what is the best flavor you can add to it. And, because community is important, you may want to get together month by month, or, that's up to you. So that's my piece. But now there's another piece that Sharon's going to take you through. So thank you for being here. That's all I want to say. Thank you for being. So the other piece is that your Stargate is Gaia 2. So Gaia right on up to Divine Family. Right on wherever that is for you, wherever your star energy life flows. So I'm going to just open up for maybe if there's any questions, because we have only about 15 minutes left. Is there any questions you have at this point? Because this is a new project being invited in. What's going to unfold? This is what Grace is saying they had in mind initially. So, are there any questions before we go into this next process?
I probably just need to sit with it, but I'm still having trouble with 2 of the collectives, with the energy feeling somewhat off. And I'm not sure if that's me or them and the way they work, or not being clear.
They're saying this is for you to look at, for you, okay, and then that's where to start.
And one of them told me something that is a specific thing about how it's going to work, and why I saw the negativity, or what I call a negative aspect, is what they work with to get you to the other. Was part of that.
But realize that that also get yourself clear, and you have also participatory collaborators. No, we're going to do it a different way. I mean, this is how they're proposing. This is how they're proposing, but you're the one in the physical that gives the physical input that says that's not. Let's have a conversation about that.
Okay. Thank you.
Because we're not in a power down over. We are collaborative, right? And they're bringing, my trust is they're bringing the best to the table, and we're wanting to bring the best to the table. But what does that look like?
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So I'm going to do. First, I'm going to share. I'm going to do just a guide. Not right now. I'm going to record kind of a guided run through of that protocol that you could just quickly, if you needed to, you just put it on. It probably would be 10 minutes that you'll have it in a simplified form without a lot of discussion that I kind of brought to the table so you can have it in an easy and usable form. Okay, this is the next part of that. And also, clearing, burning. Salt soda. I mean, salt is also something you can use, like put salt in the corners of your room and let it stay there. You vacuum it up or sweep it up, eventually put some more down. It will also absorb negative energy. But here's what they want us to do, and that is to clear our land. So I'm just going to go through kind of quickly the various places that you may have thought about, you may not have thought about, and it's not. I mean, this is something you can expand upon. So this is going to be simple for you to be with it now, but also expand on it as you do. And I'll also do a guided visualization on this one. So you are Sophia on this point of land. In your imagination, just put on a aqua cloak or coat or jewelry or crown, flowers, aqua color, and say, I am a Sophia. And in that statement, Sophia Collective is with you. We are with you. This home is mine. I own the energy that is this home. The land upon which this home sits is mine. I own this land. It is mine. And the stewardship of that land radiates beyond my land, property values to add safeguarding and clearing beyond my land. That is my right, and I claim it. By divine decree, assignment, and acceptance, I place my staff of stewardship, ownership into my home, my land, and radiating beyond. This is mine, and the design I hold for these vibrational fields are qualities, values, and clarity of home, of all good. And I put my sword of communication from my presence into the portal I now am part of, into that Stargate which has opened for me. And I radiate that ability to design, hold, and safeguard right up through that Stargate into the heavens to those teams who answer me directly because I am an authority voice. And I say to them, clear this entire field, layered field of any energy contrary to home. And as that pillar, it stays steady in your place on the planet, we're going to take a soul journey back in time. So look around and find your guide who's going to take you into that time slip. When you find the guide, feel the vetted yes. We're going to have them take each of us back in time on this land to when Gaia was a field, sovereign, beautiful, totally clear. This place on the planet back in time. And get a sense or hear the qualities that your land was in its beginning of Gaia and the dragon creation. And this is the truth about your land. And as you move forward, holding the truth with those who may want to travel with you, holding the truth, you come to a point where on the planet, divine family landed and impacted the field all around the globe. Their landing impacted the field. And in their landing, there was outsider vibrations present, subtle presence. You call in the teams, the PTO, not allowed. Those presence of outsiders, not allowed. Turn it over to the PTO to clear. And as you leave a team to do that, move forward in time. When there was an invasion phase where outsiders became very active, very committed, targeting especially women, targeting bodies, targeting, crippling the chakra system, the plans. And you stop and you bring in the PTO, we are one, all that's needed, halting it as a Sophia, not allowed. Deep six. Clearing specifically your place on the planet, radiating beyond that. Leaving a team to do that work, move forward. And the next phase is indigenous tribes, indigenous families impacting the planet, impacting Gaia. What do they bring? Stabilizes the Gaia at the beginning. What did they bring that was also toxic? And identify toxins from that phase must be removed and bring in the PTO team specifically for that phase as it radiated and impacted your home and your land. And the next phase we're going to come to is the colonizer, the settler phase. And as it impacted your land, specifically the qualities that were good, maybe excitement, maybe new hope, but also danger, violence, discounting. What were the energies in that phase that have been left in your land? Bring in the PTO and have them clear that specific energy time. Remember, you're carrying the original Gaia beauty with you that will not change, Sophia, and you are holding it clearly. And your previous owner, the previous owner and or builder of this home, what has been left in your home and in your land from previous owners? Call in the PTO and those who can identify and clear those energies. As you bring yourself forward to your time in this home, on this land, and into Gaia, what experiences have you gone through that have left any residue of negativity, yours or others, from your time in this home, this land, this rearranging? And bring in those who can clear that PTO and the We Are One. And sensing yourself, seeing yourself, Sophia, staff in the ground, guardianing this presence, this portal, this stargate, the energy of this moving in a clockwise fashion to clear and to open doors, soared into the sky with teams beyond what we've had before. The space is mine, this field is mine, these layers of experiences are cleared of all contrary to home harmonics here. The teams I have put in place are to continue their work, partner with me as needed, working together. This presence of this Stargate is sealed, protected, and grows stronger in the conscious light I hold and bring. And so it is. So when you're ready, just bring yourself back to the circle. And I really acknowledge that that last piece is went through very quickly. It was really important that we get it in today. It's important for you to strengthen the energy, the field energy, the Stargate energy, your presence energy, the clearing, and then the invitation to then, from that place of Stargate, infuse this physical world, because that's what we have authority with. Infuse those energies, especially of women doing what they are called to do, with all of the information, teams around them, however you feel, to spark and infuse their presence with what you hold. Might be that you are there with them in energy, infusing, and then they're different and they don't know why, but that's where we're first going to start. So with that, let's check out. If we had more time, we'd do more talking, but that's where we're at right now. So let's do a checkout with what are you left with? Questions, of course, feedback, etc. We might need to address another time, and I'm going to let us sit in this energy, and then I'll send out, because it seems that it's important that we follow through what is next, and it might be like a monthly thing. I'm going to have you kind of sit with that too, so that we can come to an alignment of yes, no, or what maybe, but we'll do that after we be with these possibilities. So checking out, feels like there's so much that's not yet said, but there's still a lot to experience. So that's where I'm at. Deborah?
Gratitude. Thank you.
Creating conditions where transformation doesn't require self-abandonment.
Possibility.
Excitement.
Go ahead, Alicia.
Okay. I'm with you, Sharon. I think there's a lot unsaid, but there is a sense of kind of relief, to know, to have something to move forward with.
And I'm taking the reminder to clear more consciously, more frequently.
Karen, are you awake? So we can get her feedback probably by way of email. So I will get this to you on the site, as well as, like I said, some guided things so you don't have to remember, so they can apply them more easily and quickly. And I think I'm going to propose that we meet like, what is this, the second Monday at the same time. But that could be a yes or no. It's just a proposal. We might say, no, let's go longer, but I don't want to go sooner. That's my preference, but I'll send out a possibility there. Okay. Okay. Love you. Yes. It feels like it's a new beginning, and it is a lot of to apply and see.
And in the stuff you're going to put in, can you do that clearing just by itself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. You can take this, how I put it together.
Mm-hmm.
You can create how you want to put it together, because everybody has things that I don't have.
But it's just good to help do that again too.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
Okay. Love you. Bye.